My name is Christian. I live together with my wife, Naomi. Naomi has a really shy personality, so going to work is very hard on her. Luckily, I make enough money for the both of us to survive. So for the past 2 years, Naomi has been a stay-at-home wife and has done a lot around the house for us. But Naomi has been acting a bit strangely recently. I just got off work and I'm heading home now.
Hey, Christian, sorry, but I haven't been able to make us dinner.
Huh? Did something happen? Are you not feeling well?
Yeah, I just feel really worn out. I don't have the energy to do anything.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm sorry to do this when you're working so hard at work.
No, don't worry. Don't push yourself when you aren't feeling well. I'll buy something to eat on the way home. Is there anything specific you feel like eating?
It's okay. I don't really have an appetite, so just buy something for yourself.
Are you really okay?
Yeah, I think I'll feel better if I just get some sleep.
Don't worry about me, just rest, okay?
Thank you. Naomi always made dinner for me to eat when I got home, but since that conversation, Naomi has been acting a bit strangely. At first, I thought she was just struggling to adjust to the summer heat, so I didn't say anything. I was just grateful that she continued to help out around the house, even though she wasn't feeling well. But then, 2 weeks later...
I just got home. Where are you?
Sorry, I went to a cafe with a friend and we lost track of time.
Oh, it's getting late, so please, come home soon.
Hey, would it be okay if I don't come home tonight?
Huh? What's this all of a sudden?
Actually, my friend just got her heart broken and is feeling depressed.
Oh, really? Is that friend someone I know?
Yeah, it's Ellie. She came to our wedding.
Ellie? Sorry, I don't remember.
The only time you met her was at our wedding, so that's normal. She's sort of falling apart, so I'm a bit worried.
That's pretty worrisome.
So, I want to stay with her tonight. Is that alright?
That's fine with me, but how are you feeling? You've been really exhausted these days.
That's why I want to be with Ellie.
What do you mean?
Well, I'm always stuck at home, so I've been feeling a bit down too. I thought staying over with Ellie would be a nice change of pace.
Ah, I see. Well, in that case, send her my regards.
Thank you. I told Ellie you said it's okay for me to stay over, and she happily told me to thank you.
Hopefully she'll feel better after you two talk everything over.
Thanks, I hope so too.
Just don't stay up too late. You need to rest as well.
I know. I probably won't text you again tonight, but don't get worried. I was surprised when Naomi suddenly brought up sleeping elsewhere. But Naomi must need some fresh air after always being stuck at home doing housework. And it makes sense that she'd be worried about her friend. I relaxed at home, not giving it too much thought. Then a woman I didn't know came over. 4 hours later. I have something to talk to you about. Call me as soon as possible. 1 hour later.
Naomi, you still can't call me?
Oh, what is it? Didn't I say I wouldn't text you again tonight? Ellie finally calmed down a bit, so don't make that all for nothing.
Who is Ellie?
Huh? Didn't I tell you earlier? I introduced her to you at our wedding.
There's no one named Ellie in the list of people we invited, though.
Why would you go out of your way to check that? Are you doubting me?
I didn't at first.
Then why?
Someone came over just now and told me that you're with a man.
What's going on?
That's what I want to ask. What's going on?
You're really going to believe what some random stranger just came over and told you?
Yeah.
Why? Who did you speak to?
If I tell you I spoke with Bobby's wife, you'll understand why I believed her, right?
5 minutes later.
Hey, can't you at least reply to my texts? To think you would have an affair.
I'm not having an affair.
What are you even saying? I heard all about it.
No way. You believe her more than me?
You promised his wife you wouldn't meet him anymore, right? So the one who's heartbroken right now isn't Ellie, it's you, right?
I'm married. Why would I be heartbroken?
So you haven't forgotten that you're married?
Of course I haven't. Hey, why do you believe what she told you? Aren't you and I married?
Ugh, I even have an oath that you signed for her.
An oath? What do you mean?
You signed it to promise that you wouldn't meet Bobby anymore when his wife found out, right? But you're still meeting him secretly.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Unfortunately for you, your signature is right here.
This must be some kind of trick.
There's no use in trying to covering this up. She has more than enough proof of your affair. Is that why you've been acting strangely recently?
Well...
To think that the reason you haven't been feeling well these days is that you broke up with your lover because his wife found out about your affair. I've been such a fool. I can see that you're reading these messages. Why don't you reply?
Well...
Are you discussing what you should do with Bobby?
He has nothing to do with this.
I know you two are together right now. Bobby's wife came over to our home.
What the? Why would she do that? She promised me she wouldn't say anything to you. I even gave her money.
The reason is written clearly in the oath you signed, isn't it? If you meet him again, you'll have to pay a fine, and she'll tell me everything.
You've got to be kidding.
I'm serious. You should have read the document more closely.
I didn't know.
Come on, it's clearly written here. It's just as she says, huh?
No way. You won't be on my side? Why are you believing a woman you don't know?
Excuse me, why are you blaming me?
She deceived me and took my money.
How did you jump to that conclusion?
I paid her $3,500. So why should she tell you?
I'm sure it's because you broke your promise.
I've heard about this on the news.
What are you going to come up with this time?
Scammers trick you with a small amount of money at first, and then request more and more each following time. In the end, they take all your money and run away.
That has nothing to do with this.
You're just making fun of me because I'm a housewife. You think I know nothing about the real world, huh?
I've never thought that. Anyway, that has nothing to do with what we're talking about right now.
You're lying. That woman also only talks in big words that make no sense. You're both just making fun of me.
Give me a break. You're completely at fault here.
Why am I at fault when I've been tricked?
That's not true, is it? You're not a child, so stop trying to avoid taking responsibility.
That's not true. That woman, she always talks as if she's so important. That's why her husband hates her.
So you're finally admitting to your relationship with Bobby?
You were shown photos, right? They're probably fake, but you believe them.
She had proof other than those photos, so of course I believe her.
Those are probably also fake. You don't even trust me, so I don't care anymore.
You're really trying to act like you're the one who should be angry here?
You should pay her.
What? Why should I?
That wife is super annoying, so she won't leave until you pay her.
Hey.
If she stays over a long time, she's just going to cause you trouble, right?
But why would I pay her?
Do you not want her to leave you alone? Did you by any chance fall for her?
Excuse me? What was that just now?
If you two ended up together, it'd be fine by me.
What are you even saying?
If you like her, get together. That way I won't have to pay her anything, right?
Ugh.
That's right, start dating.
Hey, you're going too far.
Believing some woman that suddenly showed up at your doorstep, of course that's what I'll assume.
You've completely lost it. Are you panicking because I found you?
I get it, so leave me alone.
Whatever, instead of coming here, you should go to your parents' house to calm down a bit.
If I go back to our home, you won't be able to spend time alone with Bobby's wife, huh?
You're really just saying anything that comes to your mind now, huh?
Bobby and Naomi have been dating for half a year now. Bobby's wife told me all about it. When she noticed, she interrogated Bobby and he admitted to everything. Eventually, Naomi, Bobby, and Bobby's wife all got together to talk about it. Ultimately, Naomi signed an oath saying she wouldn't meet Bobby again. Of course, I was shocked by all this at first since I hadn't noticed anything at all. But I'm not at fault here. In order to sort out my thoughts, I decided to get in touch with a lawyer regarding a divorce. 2 days later. Hey, how long do you plan on running away? I'm not running away.
You didn't even go back to your parents' house, so where are you?
I don't want to deal with my mom and dad getting mad at me.
You won't go home because your parents will be angry at you?
You snitched on me, didn't you?
I was going to talk to them after discussing things with you first, so I haven't yet.
Oh, really? You should have said that earlier. If you haven't told my parents, I should be fine even if I go home. I just wasted my money on paying for a hotel these past 2 nights.
You... Whatever. Anyway, there's something I wanted to check with you.
What?
What are your plans from now on?
Getting a job is a pain, so I want to continue being a housewife.
Do you plan on marrying Bobby?
No, I'm your wife.
Wait, you want to return here?
Yeah, anger is just temporary, right? I thought that if I give you some time, your mood would improve.
I don't think that's how it'll work.
Whatever. You can't be angry forever, right?
In that case, let me make things clear. I plan on divorcing you.
Huh? Why would you do that?
Why? You had an affair, didn't you? I have all the proof Bobby's wife gathered.
Yeah, but...
A lawyer told me I have more than enough evidence to win against you in court.
In court? This involves both of us. Why are you deciding all this on your own?
You're the culprit here, so you have no right to say anything.
Bobby and his wife aren't getting divorced, so why do we have to?
I can't stay with you after you've been so rude and self-centered.
Fine, just calm down. You're also panicking because this was so sudden.
I'm perfectly level-headed.
It's okay. I get that this whole situation would confuse you. I'll stay over at my parents' for a while, so get in touch with me once you've calmed down. Naomi obviously wouldn't change her mind that she's not in the wrong. But to think she'd go this far, I could have never imagined this. Completely over the whole situation, I got in touch with my in-laws before Naomi returned home. That evening. Hey, what the hell? Didn't you say that you didn't tell my parents? They won't pick up the phone.
You haven't heard anything from your father?
This morning, you told me you didn't tell them about it, but you just tricked me, didn't you?
What are you talking about? I didn't trick you. When you and I texted earlier, I really hadn't spoken to them about it.
What? Then why do they know?
Well, I asked you what you want to do from now on, so I spoke to them about what both of us are thinking.
So you did trick me.
I told you I was thinking of speaking to them after discussing this with you first, right? Our text messages this morning were more than enough of a discussion for me.
I won't divorce you. And what did you mean by what you said to my parents about paying alimony?
Your affair is the reason we're getting a divorce, so isn't it natural you have to pay?
They already paid Bobby's wife money.
I also have a right to request money from you.
What? Get money? From her?
Of course I can't do something ridiculous like that.
I don't have money anyway.
If it's a money issue, you can talk to the lawyer about it.
I don't even have a place to sleep. Of course I don't have money. Did you go to your parents' home? I was chased out and told to go to my uncle's house.
Your uncle?
You mean the one who works and lives at the church? Yeah, they basically told me to fix my rotten ways.
You'll definitely cause trouble for your uncle.
It'll all be okay if you just forgive me. Then I won't have to bother my uncle.
What are you saying?
Well, I definitely don't want to go there.
You really... Ugh.
Christian, please. I'll apologize, so let me come home. If we get back together, my parents will also stop being mad at me.
There's no way we could get back together.
I just got a little confused. I'm sorry. Hey, I'm really sorry, so please, forgive me.
So you do know how to say sorry?
When my dad got mad at me, I realized I was in the wrong. I'm sorry.
This is your first time apologizing since I found out about your affair.
Oh, well...
I thought you didn't know the word sorry existed.
I'm sorry. I'll apologize as much as you want me to, so won't you forgive me?
Do you really think that what you've done can be forgiven with a simple apology? There's no way I can forgive you.
Even though I'm apologizing like this?
If you're really apologetic, prove it to me.
Prove it? You don't mean...
Of course I mean the alimony. Thanks in advance.
Wait, about the money.
Saying you can't pay won't work. You also have to pay me back for the fines from Bobby's wife.
Huh?
You met Bobby 3 times after you signed that oath, right? In the meantime, I paid her for you, so you'll have to pay me back.
No way, I really have no money. Hey, help me out.
No way.
Christian, I'm sorry.
If apologies solved problems that easily, there'd be no need for lawyers and policemen in this world. I'm getting tired of this, so let me teach you something.
What?
If you've done something wrong, the first thing you should do is apologize. Then you should keep the promises you've made. Even kids in elementary school know that much. That's important, so don't forget it.
Christian, wait. I'm telling you. I'm sorry. Later. In the end, with nowhere to go, Naomi ran back, crying to her parents' house. Of course, her parents didn't take her in. They instead sent her to her relative who lives and works at a church. Naomi is now helping out at the church. I've heard she works from early in the morning until late at night. It turns out that it wasn't true that she's too shy to work with people. She just didn't want to have a job. I was disgusted at my own inability to realize what kind of person she really was. But I've been able to get over the initial shock of getting divorced, and I'm celebrating my new life.